If you're familiar with this channel, then you know I have an unhealthy obsession with collecting and researching every known piece of Saints Row memorabilia that's ever been made. So it came as quite a surprise when one particular item appeared on eBay that was brought to my attention. The Roddy Piper edition of Saints Row 4. This is something I've never seen or heard of since Saints Row 4's release. Getting a closer look, we see the signature of Roddy Piper himself with an alternate cover of Saints Row 4 showing him performing the classic Duke Nukem stance. On the back, there's an alternate message saying Roddy Piper, buddy up with a friend and tackle the Zen invasion together. This has brought up countless questions about this edition since it was discovered. Where did it come from? What unique content and features does it come with? Where and when did Roddy sign it? So I dove straight into the research, and the results are not what you'd expect. The first important thing to mention is that this edition is actually unofficial. Okay, case closed, thank you for watching. But for real, this only brings up more questions as to its existence and how it was signed by Roddy. This edition's origins trace back to a brick and mortar store in Williamsport, Maryland known as Back to the Media. They're fairly well known for holding special events and inviting celebrities to their store for signings. It just so happens that in March of 2015 they announced over Facebook that the man, the hot rod, Roddy Piper was going to do a signing at their store. The post goes on to state they're selling 50 VIP passes, which offers frontline access, 3 autographs, a selfie with Piper, and a 1 limited edition souvenir. This would later be revealed to be the Roddy Piper edition of Saints Row 4. As for how the special edition was obtained for the event, they were actually made by a Back to the Media employee with some photoshopping tricks. By using an image of Roddy from the game WWE All-Stars, adding some glasses and Duke Nukem arms, and plastering it over the normal Saints Row 4 cover, the special edition was made. The cover alterations would actually be the only changes made for this edition. In fact, it doesn't even include a strategy guide or a disc of the game. Now, I'd understand if this satisfied your interest in this particular item, but if you're like me, there's still a bit more to the story to discuss. Oddly, only 15 total Roddy covers were made. I have no idea why, considering all 50 of the VIP passes were sold, but it certainly adds to the cryptic details of this edition. 4 months after the announcement on July 18th, Roddy Piper arrived at the store, met with fans, and signed the 15 copies. Thankfully, there's countless photos of the signing, so we can at least confirm Roddy's signature is authentic. And yeah, there you have the history of what was once the most mysterious and still rarest edition of a Saints Row game. Granted, it's no $1 million WAD edition, but come on, let's be real here. Sadly, 13 days after the signing, Roderick George Toombs passed away in his sleep in his Hollywood residence. Roddy will always be known for his magnificent wrestling, but for me personally, he'll always be the man who made me fall in love with John Carpenter's They Live. No matter your opinion on Saints Row 4, the fact Volition brought in Roddy to reprise one of his most iconic roles will always be one of the most badass things ever. After learning all this, I couldn't help myself but buy the Roddy Piper edition from eBay. Though it's not official, being able to hold something Saints Row related signed by one of my favorite celebrities feels quite special. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.